Strickland's back down here. Oh, close. Danielson with his back turned. Speaking of break.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Reign featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King. Got another good one here. We are here talking about which show was viewed the most, what show was the most viewed this week. And I'm talking about shows of NXT and AEW. We are comparing the shows of NXT versus AEW Dynamite. And we are talking about the shows from August 15th and August 13th. No, August 13th and 14th of NXT and Dynamite. So let's get into it. We here live from Facebook and X as well. Let's get the likes as we come in. I know it's a little delayed. Normally do this yesterday, but it has prior engagement. So we're going to take care of this bright and early Friday morning. And of course, we do have SmackDown tonight. Now I'm going to cover that tomorrow morning. You guys already know how I do over there. But other than that, though, guys, let's get into it. Let's see who came into the ring before we begin. Who came in? CeeLo, salute to you. Thanks for coming out, my man. Appreciate that. We are going to go over the viewership numbers because the numbers have been coming. I think they came in kind of late yesterday for Dynamite. We already know that AEW comes Thursday, but sometimes it's late. But I know NXT's already been in. But let's go over numbers, compare the shows, and see who did better, who was the most viewed show of the week. That's what we're here to talk about. So let's first go over NXT. Let's cover that first. So now let's go over NXT. NXT viewership, it was 617,000 viewers, scored a 0.17 here, but I got 0.14 and added a demographic of 18 to 49-year-olds. So that's the number I came up with according to the stats. But anyway, it's his first week back to USA because remember it was on SyFy. We have to remember that too. And also with the likes up, also double tap the screen. You know, the double for the likes all on vertical, double tap the screen. It automatically does that for YouTube. Now the viewership was 0.17 first week back, but they said that the numbers were still considered low. Now it says it right here. It said it rise with return to network. You know, they said it increased because it was 534 last week. So it went up, definitely up from last week. So that is a big increase. I like that part. That's good for NXT. Now, we just had the Great American Bash for the past 2 weeks on SyFy. So it said that it was 468 the week prior. So we already know SyFy and Olympics, all of that. See, it says 0.14 here, but it says 0.17, but it's still up from 0.10. Still up regardless of that. Now it says here that, of course, we know the main parts of the show. We know it was Obafemi defending the title against Otis. Chase U challenged for the NXT Tag Team Championship. That was the main event, and they actually won the tag team belts. Then you had Wesley explaining his heel turn. If you guys remember the highlights of NXT, these were the top moments here. Let's go over the top moments. You had Joe Hendry challenging Ethan Page, the NXT champion, for the NXT Championship. Wesley came out and attacked Joe Hendry afterwards. Then this is here the Obafemi challenge being challenged by Otis. Otis retaining his title. This was the rest of the match card. Then we had Charlie Dempsey. He won the NXT Heritage Cup from Tony D'Angelo from the family. He won in the pinfalls of 2-1, and it went 5 rounds. One of the best matches on the card. And in the main event here, as I stated earlier, which everybody liked, Chase U had a big celebration, confetti in the ring. They have won the tag team championships for a second time as Chase U, but instead of Duke Hudson being in a tag team match, it was Rich Holland and Andre Chase. So definitely good moments there, and it deserves one word for that. It deserves a little yeet.
Yeet.
So congratulations to them once again. That was a good moment. If you guys remember that part of the show, very good moment.
Rich Holland into the cover, and Chase U is back to the mount.
So that was a big moment for NXT. Big way to close out the show. But definitely, I liked how that closed out. NXT, like I said, it has some good moments, and it was a very good show. Now, we know, too, that NXT's not going to have a PLE again until NXT No Mercy. We got it moving to the CW this fall, October 1st. It'll be in Chicago 1 week, then the following week, St. Louis. You got CM Punk on the first episode of the CW era. Then we got Randy on the following week. Then we have after NXT No Mercy, we have Halloween Havoc. But definitely, they said that reports saying it still was kind of low. They said the numbers were still kind of low. I don't agree with that. They said it was still considered low considering going back to USA Network. I mean, they pulled up 600,000. I don't think that's the case here. I think NXT still did well for themselves. So I don't know why I saw that in some of the reports. But, teach his own. But some good moments here in NXT. Like I said, they did their thing. Very good matches. Kimberly Monet, salute to you. You say yeet. That's right, yeet. Good moment for NXT. And it's only going to be better next week. Next week's only going to get better, guys. I don't see why it would slow down right now. At least I don't see it. I could be wrong. Then again, I could be right too. But I see them doing big things for the show. Like I said, it was very good moments there. Very good moments there. But definitely a good thing. But other than that, though, guys, I see this being a good show. Like I said, you guys got to remember it's their first week back to USA Network, so it may not be the 700, 800,000 right away, of all that stuff, but it still was a good thing. It still, has a good feeling when you see that show. Now, I will say this. I know if you guys want to take a moment, I know they have some stuff that was advertised for next week's show for NXT. If you guys want to know, there was some stuff that was set up. We're gonna go look at that in a second. We'll look over that in a second, see what's the whole deal with that. But I know they had some still. It seemed like next week is gonna be set up something nice. That's the way I see that right now. At least that's how I see how it's going. But we'll see. You guys take a moment to look over. I'll pull that up right now. This is the next week's matches that they have for NXT. And we'll cover that next week too. So let's see how that's going to go. Now let's see. We got here. Remember, yes, another moment that was big for NXT. There is I don't think I touched about this on the NXT review, but however, I'm going to talk about it now. They did have a gauntlet match. Remember, it was a gauntlet match for a chance to challenge Roxanne Perez for the Women's NXT Championship. So let's see this right now. Excuse me. Okay, but let's see. We had this next week. Now, it's 6 women that were picked according to a drawing. These are the 6 women that's going to be in it. Now, whoever wins this match is going to challenge Roxanne for the NXT Women's Championship. You got Adriana Rizzo, you got Soruka, you got Ren Sinclair, Jada Parker, Carmen Petrovic, and I think her name's Carly Bright. Carly Bright, if I got her name right. So that was another big announcement. Another big announcement for that. That was big. That was announced during the middle of the show. I didn't really talk about that so much. Like I said, NXT had a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of stories going on, a lot of characters being developed, a lot of heel turn with Wes Lee. Then you got new tag team champions, new NXT Heritage Cup champion. Now, also, that's going to be for next week's match. If you look at the card for next week, you got a triple threat. You got Wesley versus Pete Dunne versus Joe Hendry. Whoever wins that gets the opportunity to face Ethan Page. Of course, the 6-woman gauntlet match. Then you have one-on-one Lola Vice versus Wendy Chu. Then you have a tag team match of the Good Brothers versus those guys that hosted the Great American Bash. I don't know their name. You guys know who they are if you're familiar with their face. So a lot of good stuff going on. So definitely, like I said, it was up from 534,000 the week prior. So we can't expect too much from NXT. Remember, it's still a developmental show at the end of the day, but they still brought it though. I'm not withholding anything against them. They still brought it to the best of their ability. So kudos to NXT for definitely putting on a great show. Now that's all NXT. We'll go over to AEW Dynamite. So let's go over that show. Now, AEW Dynamite, their ratings did good too. Now, their viewership was 703,000. It was up 13% from last week. So it was the best audience since the Blood and Guts episode back in July 24th. Like I said, they had a very good demographic. Very good demographic. Also says here too, with the Olympics over now, like I said, they was affected by Olympics too, not just NXT. They said that there was no major sports competition for Dynamite. They said, of course, the NBA, they were affected also with NBA playoffs during the spring, early summer. But it said the 4 or 5 weeks, they averaged 680,000. Now compared to last year in 2023, the Dynamite overall viewership was down 19.6% for the 1849 demographic. But it says they still did well. And they even did so well that on Wednesday night, they was the #1 show on cable, 0.23 demographics. So I'll give them their props. They did better. And remember, they're setting up for All In. So I'll give them a yeet for that. I'll give them their credit.
Yeet.
So they did better. Definitely did better this week. Let's see. They have their moments here. Let's go over AEW Dynamite top moments. Now, their moments here. They had a triple threat match. Well, let's go over the card first. Excuse me. Let's go over the card, shall we? This is the card that they have for the show. You guys look, they had Young Bucks versus the Acclaim. They had Mercedes Moné versus Haku Shida, I think, for the TBS title. You had Swerve Strickland, AEW champion versus Wheeler Yuta, non-title match. Adam Page, you had him versus Jay Lethal. And you had a triple threat here. Now, this triple threat here, this was for opportunity for the International or American Championship, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this match here, you had Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong. So those three went at it. But like I said, I actually, I was interested in seeing what was going down with that match. But that was another match on the card. Yep, it was. I'm sorry, that was for the Casino Gauntlet at All In. Whoever won, it was for the number one spot at the Casino Gauntlet, not a title match. Excuse me. I knew that was competing for something. And the Casino Gauntlet, you get the Diamond AW Dynamite ring, and you get opportunity for a title match anytime, similar to the Money in the Bank, similar to Call Your Shot with TNA. Then you had Mariah May. She had a little segment face to face of Okada, the Continental Championship, the useless title, I call it, versus and Claudio. Then we heard from Hook. But one of the good moments, I will say, it was this triple threat here. This was a good moment. This match was good. This was not a bad match of the triple threat. Yes, you had Roddy Strong and Orange Cassidy, and then of course Kyle O'Reilly. This was one of the better matches. Definitely one of the better matches on the card. I like this part here. It was a solid match. Now Orange Cassidy won this match. He got, I think, a roll up on, I think, Kyle, and he was able to get the pinfall. And of course, he got the opportunity to get the number one spot at the All In Gauntlet Casino Gauntlet match. Excuse me. But yeah, this was a very good match. This is one of, if not one of the best matches on the card. I think you had the ROH World Champion Mark Briscoe came out. They did suicide dives. It was good. Strong and O'Reilly worked very well together, and their history. They worked together. It was part of the Undisputed Era. Then Orange worked well. Very very good match with that. Another moment of the match, we had Wheeler Yuta versus Swerve in the main event. And Wheeler, he did everything he could, but you were about to overpower the AEW World Champion. And he was taunting Bryan Danielson, his all-in opponent, definitely taunting him. And Yuta just got that work. He won by disqualification. It was a DQ. He won by DQ. So, but this one just about no. This is really stirring up the pot of the feud of Swerve and Bryan Danielson for that match. Wheeler Yuta, unfortunately, just had to take the hit. But yeah. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. You say, yeet, phone issue this morning at this Connecticut service sucks. You know what, Connecticut? You guys go on the list for that. They're going to list for that.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? You just made the list.
Yeah, that sucks though. But yeah, guys, this was another good moment in the show for Dynamite. I like this part. I like this match. Match wasn't bad. I feel like Swerve is not having the same steam as he had before. He's not as over. He don't get the pop like he used to do before he won AW title, I feel. And I feel like that's gonna really affect him, especially as he's a champion now. That's definitely a big effect on that. So that stinks. Then we have Mercedes Moné and her crew Sheeta. Another good moment because Camille's her bodyguard looking like China. And then Britt Baker came out during the match. Camille was looking around, see where she at. And she snuck up behind and snuck up and got up on Mercedes Moné. She got up on her. So that was interesting to say the least. But other than that, though, this was strange. This was crazy, though. Definitely crazy. And since they did do that, Mercedes got out of there, dragged out by Camille. But it was okay match for her and her crew Sheeta. Crew Sheeta, I'm not too big on her. I stated that before. But it was okay match. The story, it was actually all right. It wasn't that bad, but I think it's the whole Britt Baker Monet story. So those were the top moments. If you guys remember. Now, of course, let's go back to the Bryan Danielson Swerve. We know that Bryan Danielson checked up on Wheeler Yuta. They're both for the BCC Blackpool Combat Club. And then Swerve, we thought he was done. He walked out of the ring. He gave that nice kick. I like that kick he got. The kick is very nice. And he gave it to Bryan Danielson, marking the yes, teasing their match at All In. If you guys remember that part.
Strickland's back out here. Oh, close. Danielson with his back turned. Speaking of break.
Yeah, he hit him with the house call, gave him that work. So definitely another moment in AEW Dynamite. Now, I know that their viewership was high, but we gotta remember they do have All In coming up 10 days now. Go figure. They got that coming up. If you follow AEW, that All In event will be August 25th. You know, they're advertising that. So we got less than 2 weeks away. So definitely heavy advertisement for this event. So the AEW, the Dynamites, Collision, maybe even Rampage, they're going to see more increased viewership until then, because that's their biggest show of the year. It's like their WrestleMania. And also they had announced that they're going to have All In next year. Now recently they announced that All In next year will be in Texas next year, Saturday, July 12th at Globe Life Field. So it would not be in Wembley no more. No more Wembley. No more Wembley. Now, AEW, like I said, they had a couple okay matches, but they still need some work done to the show. I did not like the Jack Perry, Darby Allin interaction. I didn't like that. I didn't like the tag team match of the Young Sucks versus the Acclaimed. Jay Lethal and Adam Page, I didn't care for that match. Mariah May, that story's starting to get a little old and tired with her and Tony. Like, let's had a match already. I think the heel turn that Mariah May did on Tony Storm a couple weeks ago, I think it was a little forced and it was done too early. And I actually talked to F4 TV about it. And he said that in the beginning that the heel turn was done too early. And that's because everyone knew it was coming. And I kind of agree with him on that. And then you had the interaction of Okada versus Claudio. Okada trying to be funny, hilarious. So with that being said, the moments there, I was not feeling that too much. And it goes on the list.
What's going to happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
They still need some work done to that show. I like I said, the triple threat of Orange, Kyle, and Strong. I like that. Wheeler and Swerve Strickland, okay, that was solid. Even Mercedes and Kushida was all right, but they still need some work done. And then the Hook thing with his eye being taken out by Jericho, that FTW title, that's trash. Come on, trash. Come on, some of the segments be overdone. Another thing I did not like on this current episode of AEW, I saw this twice in the show. I saw that when someone interest music comes out, when I saw that, why they gotta have attacks from behind at the entrance? I saw this with Jack Perry and Darby Allin, and I think it was with the Young Bucks as well. That's getting kind of old and tired. Like, seriously, this is what we doing? This is what we doing, guys. I mean, I think that was a little ran down too much. I was not a fan of that. I was not a fan of that at all. I think it was overdone. Just overdone. I did not like how they did that. Like, why is every time somebody comes to the ring, they have to get ran down. You got to tackle from behind. And another thing I don't like about AEW too, I see this too on almost every show. Sometimes even on Collision when I could catch it. I'm getting tired of this as well in their matches. I'm getting real sick of this. I'm getting real tired, and I mean real tired of spitting. Why do we have to have spitting? I understand you want to get heat as a heel. You want to get cheap heat as a heel. I saw this with the Young Bucks. Young Sucks. I'm sorry, the Young Sucks. I saw the Young Sucks spitting. MJF does sometimes spitting. Can we stop that? Don't nobody want to see spit every single week on the show. AEW. That needs to stop. And with that being said, you already know what list you go on. You go on the list again.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Yeah, I'm really not feeling that at all. What you guys have to say here? Yeah. It's better than that is Trick Williams does. Yeah, it is. I heard they repackaged in the car for Trick Williams. When he gets caught up, they're gonna call him Trills. I hope so, because he's starting to die down too, actually. Yeah, the booking is generic. 2-run attacks back. Yeah, I got tired of that. We see that enough. Why do we have to have that every single time? Why? Why is that going on? I think that's unnecessary. We don't have to see that every time we look up. It's just repetitive. It's repetitive. I don't like that at all, not one bit. Why do we always gotta have that in the match? It's always some spitting, and then a whole behind. Mercedes standing in the ring, waiting to be attacked. Yeah, that too. I didn't like that either. That is ridiculous. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. It's just really ridiculous, and it's uncalled for. Uncalled for. I don't like that at all. It just don't make any kind of sense. No sense whatsoever. And I wish they would stop that crap. And it's just so predictable when the show is being booked. Like, do they need to go to booking 101? They really have to do that? Maybe AEW should have booking 101. I mean, that's what they really need. They need to go back to the basics. You don't do all that kind of stuff. You just don't. You don't at all. And I think they need to learn that. It's ridiculous, though. I don't understand it. I don't like it at all, for that matter. But yeah, they need to get better with that. They need to get better with that, period. Because some things you just should not be doing. You should not be doing at all. You know, like I said, I get that they want to put on a great show. I get what they're trying to do. Some things just need to be left alone. Stop the spitting, stop the attacks from behind, and like F4 TV said, stop the obvious of we know that you're gonna get attacked. And I did notice that, like, she stood there, we knew Britt was coming. Every time Britt coming, it's so predictable. I'm like, do you guys have any creativity? Any creativity at all? Any? Because I don't see it. I don't see no creativity what they're doing. So some things they need to just stop. Just stop, please. It make things better if you do. I just didn't like it, though. I don't like some stuff that they're doing, and it doesn't even have to be that way. I mean, some stuff I just did not understand, and I still don't understand now. Like, why are we doing this? What are we doing? What are we doing? Some stories are not even stories. There's just some stuff that's thrown together. They're throwing stuff together. It's obvious. It's just not good at all. The segments, some of these segments are just whack. They're whack. I'm not gonna lie to you. The segments are whack. They have some very whack segments that they need to stop doing. Like I said, the problem is with AEW as well. They give their wrestlers too much free reign on what to do. Now WWE, I know they don't like the writers. They pretty much let them, But see, they need writers over there, real writers that know what they're doing. They need real writers over there. Like I said, booking 101. Let's go back to school here. You need to go to booking 101. Do you need to take a college course on how to book, writing school or something? Because some stuff I did not agree with. Like this Jack Perry, Darby Allin. I don't want to see that match. It's whack. It's whack. It's whack. And it's whack. It just don't make no sense to me. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. It's just some stuff don't need to be done. It don't need to be done. And now with the way they're setting things up, they're making something just so obvious. It's just so obvious at this point. And it don't need to be obvious. It's supposed to catch our attention. It's supposed to throw it off like, oh, that's great. But some things just needs to be well left alone. It really does. Another thing too, this whole segment here with Hook, no one gave it. No one cared about this segment. No one cared about this garbage. It was terrible. Who cared about this segment? I saw the crowd was dead when Hook came back. When he had the patch over eye, it was just like, blah. Nothing was there. Nothing whatsoever. I didn't get that at all. Like I said, you guys need to take booking 101 because this what you're doing don't make no kind of sense to me whatsoever. It doesn't do anything. I was not intrigued to see this segment. I wasn't. Maybe some other AEW fans were. I was not one of them. What did this do? Nothing. It did nothing. Absolutely nothing for him. Nothing for him. Terrible segment. No one cares about the For the World title. They don't care about that title. Then Big Bill, he looked like a big goofy. Oh, I'm gonna come down there and put my foot up your ass. It was like that segment was terrible. What are you guys doing? Seriously, what are you guys doing? Pac's segment was very confused. Yeah, that was too. Yeah, I didn't get that segment either. I didn't get that either. That's another segment. I forgot about Pac. He talks so quick. I'm coming for that title. You guys, he was talking about how he wants the international title. Like, where did you come from? Who told you it was open mic night, Pac?
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
That's how I felt when Pac came out. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing over here? And I don't even talked about that. It was junk. I mean, to settle for the shows of the year, yeah, he barely said the same promo all the time. I'm better than everybody. True. I beat. Oh, so what? Yeah. Told you it was open mic night. Hook, the fake man. He kind of is in a way. But see, man, real Caruso, Hook can't. It's just terrible, guys. I did not like this at all. They need to step the game up. And then another thing, too, this whole Britt Baker attack, as stated earlier from F4 TV, I didn't get this either. Like, seriously, what are we doing? We knew she's going to attack her. Britt Baker been doing the same thing every week. She comes out after Mercedes Moné match. She always comes after her match. She either comes from the crowd, she comes from behind. And then when Mercedes Moné got the bodyguard, she threw Camille off. They thought that was her right there in the first still with the mask, like she pulled a couple weeks ago. Camille took care of that, but that wasn't her. She came through the crowd, hit her submission move on Mercedes, grabbed TBS title like she's been doing. Like, that's the best you can do? That's the best you can do. No, you need to do better. Go back to book it 101. Because y'all don't know how to book. I mean, when is Mercedes Moné going to get any advantage over Britt Baker? Why does Britt Baker have to get the advantage every single week over Mercedes? She always got to attack Mercedes. She always got to hold TBS title in the air. She's always the one standing tall. So it's so obvious at this point. It's so obvious that Mercedes will retain. That's my prediction for that match. It's so obvious she's going to retain it all in because the booking is just horrendous. Very horrendous. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? This is not cool, guys. This is not cool at all. And they need to do better with this. This needs to be done much better. I never see Mercedes get any advantage, despite having a bodyguard. 1 week, she got advantage, and that was when Camille first came out. She the one that attacked Britt Baker. When the Mercedes herself going to attack her? Why is always Britt Baker? So it's bad booking. It's just bad booking. Bad booking. Again, this goes on list too. I gotta put this on the list. It's no way to do that.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
I don't know what they're doing over there. What are they doing? They need to stop. If you're trying to convince us as fans that this is a great build up to your big show of the year, All In, if that's what you're trying to do, if that's how you try to convince us, I mean, we wrestling fans, we got a good IQ, at least over here at the red carpet ring we do, especially me, the Turnbuckle King. If not me, my ringers in the chat right now, you cannot fool us with this poor booking. You may got the amateurs fooled, but you ain't fooling us.
What you need to do is stop playing. You might have all these crusty, dusty musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
You're not tricking us with that bad booking. Yes, again, double tap the screen, ringers. If you guys want to get the likes up, double tap the screen. That's all you gotta do. But this is a bad build for your show. This is not a good build at all. And you got 10 days left, and this is the best you can do. No, this is terrible. I said, I just, some of the stuff just, it's cringe when I watch this. It's really cringe. There's no other way of how cringy it can get. I'm saying my mind is some part of the show, can it get any more cringier? Can it? And it seems like you guys are proving me right every single time. It is cringier. It does get cringier. It does get worse. Like this, and then they have too many shows. I really hope they do merge Collision and Rampage and in the ROH. Really merge that, guys. Please merge it. Really, they need to. They really need to merge this stuff because I'm not feeling that. They need to merge it and put all the rest on one show. This is not working for them. It's not working. You can't tell me this is the best case scenario for their shows because it's not. It's not the best case scenario. MJF do the same stuff every week. Jack Perry, the Elite, do same stuff every week. Like, can we have any room for creativity? And I don't see that. There's no room at all. I mean, the crowd sometimes was just unalive. There was like nobody there. Like, is anybody here? Anybody? It's like hearing paint. It's like you're better off watching paint dry some of these parts of the show. It's like the screeching on the wall when I saw this. I'm like, can you guys do anything better? Anything better what you're doing? Anything better? And this is why it's so hard to watch the show at times. It really is. Because of the poor booking. It is just poor booking. It just, you got to do better as a show. Now, you did get number one on cable, but that's only because of All In coming up. I'll give you guys credit for that, and I did. But this has to get, you have to do something different. Something has to be done better. This is not it. This is not it. So I'm tired of this poor booking. It's to the point now, I can't wait for All In to get this crap over with because the stories are nothing, no build, no nothing. It's to the point we want this event to happen. Not because we want some prep to be over with. It got that bad. That's how bad it's gotten for this company. I mean, what can they do right over there? And then one thing I noticed, All In is really a build. It's a build for Bryan Danielson's last match. And I see that. It's pretty much, we know that he's going to retire. We know that's what it's going to come down to. You have to say it's not, but it really is. It's coming down to that. And then another thing, I didn't like the backstage, Adam Page with that backstage attacks. Like, how many times you going to do this every week, Adam Page? Seriously, what we doing this every week now? He does the same crap every week. attack somebody backstage every single time. Every single time. It's just a repetitive of rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I don't see that on NXT. And then like F4 TV said, the whole Pac segment, rinse and repeat. You cut the same segment every time, and he's always backstage. He always cuts the crap backstage. Like, is this what we doing here? Can we do any better? Any better? All the promo segments are the same every single time. They just try too hard sometimes to get over, and they don't have to do that. They don't have to. Some stuff they do don't make no sense to me. And I didn't like the whole Jack Perry attacking, the way he attacked Darby Allin backstage. That was cringe. Like, remember, if you guys remember that part where he took the garage, he was pretty much trying to copy out Drew McIntyre and Punk. Remember when Punk Punk was attacked by Drew on SmackDown? He put the garage over him. He was doing the same thing to Darby Allin. Like, where's the creativity? You literally mocked something that just happened a couple weeks ago, a big storyline. They don't have no creativity over there. And again, you go on the list for that garbage. You go on the list for that.
You know what's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
What are you doing over there? What are you guys doing? What, seriously, what are you guys doing? Because it's really, really upsetting me right now. This is just too much now. It's too much, and it's not even funny at this point. I mean, this is just poor booking. And then when he did that, he was attacked by security. And again, the spitting. He spit. I think he spat on Darby Allin. A little, he spit on him. I'm like, come on. Every segment got to have a spit? And it's only the elite punks. Seriously, is that what we doing here? Every single week. Every segment. You don't have to do that to get over as a heel. Not every single time. Like, that was just ridiculous right there. Jack Perry, I do not like Jack Perry. I'm just going to say I don't like him. He's overrated. I mean, he's just not good. I mean, it don't make no sense what he's doing. It's trash. And we know he's not beating MJF or Rose Spray. Nope. And he traded the idea for the pitch with Drew. There you go. There you go. You're right about that. Tell me that's true. There's no lies to that. No lies.
I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about the picture. He did that to use the same segment that Drew did. Because I said, wait a minute, we saw the segment a few weeks ago. Oh, that's right. The SmackDown I happened to go to, that Punk was back in Chicago, Drew attacked him and put the garage over him. It's very similar. But he wasn't doing this extra stuff that Jack Perry do. AEW, they're extra. They're extra over there. Matter of fact, there have been names for AEW. They call it lately. I'm not, they've been calling them due to the arenas, no one coming. They call them all empty wrestling. They've been calling that because the seats are not full. They try to get filler seats. They don't show the seats that are empty on TV, make like this full, but it's not. But I got a better name for them. I'm going to call them all extra wrestling because you guys are extra over there. You do a whole bunch of extra of nothing. You literally do. Every time I see this show, I see open mic night over there.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Yeah, they just extra over there. And then speaking of extra, back to this segment here. Pac, same promo. Adam Page, this fake Stone Cold wannabe. He always attacking people backstage. He always come behind somebody. He come behind Jeff Jarrett. Then he come behind Jay Lethal. And every time, you notice when Adam Page attacks somebody, why is Adam Page always got to have an upper hand every week? You mean tell me Adam Page could beat up every 2 or 3 people at once and y'all can't take him on? Seriously, man, what's going on with that? Come on, that y'all can do better than that. Y'all can do better than that. That's some real politician stuff that Adam Page be doing. Like, how you get the upper hand every week? Seriously.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
every week this dude attacks somebody. He attacked Jeff Jarrett last week, and he always standing tall. Like, y'all could take him. You mean tell me 2 guys or more can't beat up Adam Page? Who you think he's supposed to be? Every week. Yeah, they need to book small arenas. That's why I say the extra. They do a whole bunch of extra of nothing. That's why they call y'all all empty wrestling. That's why they call y'all that. It's just sad how they book this show. It's sad that this could have been out 5 years. They started off so strong. They had a rating system. They had good feuds. Actually had some good writing. And as soon as people start falling off the map, it got worse. The Big Swole situation fell off the map. Women's division got bad. Then we had Punk come in. You thought Punk was elevated. Then he had the big media scrum 2022. The suspension, the backstage fight with the Young Sucks. Then Cody Rhodes, he's upset of how things are going. Him and his wife and Brandy are gone. Then things start falling off the map. The product gets worse and worse. Starts to dwindle a little bit. Then Punk left. It even dwindled the most. It went down to the ground. Punk was gone. He's been gone almost a year now. All In last year was his last televised match, period. And you have to use the footage of his backstage fight with Jack Perry to get over. It's been falling off the map. You guys start off so strong, but you look so weak right now. You went from all elite wrestling to all empty wrestling, and even worse, all empty wrestling to all extra wrestling. You was really elite. Now you're extra or empty. And then you book arenas in these small venues that no one's ever heard of before. No one's ever heard this stuff before. It's not a big venue because WWE got that on Smash. They do. But they definitely need some room for improvement. Yeah, book small arenas. You're getting into the game where your eyes are bigger than your stomach. You know you can't handle that. So stop it right now, please. Stop that nonsense because it's not working. It's not working. It's not working at all. It's just poor booking, and they need to get better with that crap before it gets real ugly. Because I don't see you. I said it before last week. I don't see you guys last another 5 years. I don't. I really don't. And some people in the chat last week said the same thing. 5 years? That's a long shot. No, far from that. Two to three tops. 2 to 3 tops. And I know the AW fans don't like that, but it's true.
tell me you did not just say that.
That's the whole matter. It's going to go down like that. That's where they're headed as a company because they're not building anything. You can't tell me they're building something great. They were in the beginning, but now it's just went into the dust and it's no more. That's why I say NXT always got something better product. Everything is better. You got the whole great partnership with TNA, Joe Hendry's rising up the ranks. You got main roster coming over. It's so unique and so organic over here. When I'm at NXT, it feels like home. It feels organic. When I come to AEW, sometimes it just feels artificial, very artificial. So this is why this is the better show. That's why it's the better show. You know, so if you had to ask me, and I say this every week, and I'm going to say it once again. I'm going to say this once again. When it comes to AEW, it's all about one thing. It's not right. When it comes to NXT, it's better quality. better quality. AEW, quantity. Quantity. That's all you guys are about. Quantity. That's all it comes down to. And it's not a good thing. NXT is better quality. You guys are all about quantity, and there's no way it's nothing about that. CM Punk is here. We go. One of these AEW fools come in here. CM Punk is wrong in that incident. That's not what the show's about. If he's so wrong in the incident, why after he left they had to use the footage from All In? That's all I'm saying. The man's been gone for the company. Why is that? And he's not wrong in the incident. Stop glorifying him. Well, you stop glorifying Jack Perry. So Jack Perry was right. And I can't even take you seriously, man. You have no emoji, no name. You just got a black. Come on, man. As far as I'm concerned, you a ghost. But anyway, NXT got the better quality than AEW. AEW's all about quantity. What I mean, they got a whole bunch of shows, whole bunch of titles, whole bunch of segments of nothing. And that's why I call them all extra wrestling. They all extra. But NXT clearly got the better show. They clearly got the better product. There's no other way around it. No other way around it. I didn't say it was okay. And I'm not saying CM Punk's exactly innocent either. But Jack Perry was wrong for coming at him like that. Jack Perry wanted to work. Remember, Jack Perry said, let's go at it. He asked for that work. He asked for work from CM Punk. And guess what? CM Punk gave him that work.
You about to get that work, son. You about to get that work, son.
So yeah, that's what it comes down to. Better quality with NXT. And this is all I have. This is what we talked about was NXT versus AEW. And we're talking about which show was the most viewed show this week. Now, like I said, AEW won the ratings war this week. They did win. AEW won. But when it comes to show quality, it was clearly NXT the better show. It was a better show, no doubt about it. But that's all I have regarding this segment, guys. That's all I have regarding NXT versus AEW. Like I said, late edition, normally cover Thursday night, cover Friday morning. We got SmackDown this weekend. Then we got if you watch Collision or Rampage, maybe if you watch that, but no one cares about them shows. But other than that, though, and then because we got Monday Night Raw back Monday, NXT Tuesday. No PLEs this week. All in will be the 25th. Bash in Berlin for WWE will be the 31st. So thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate it. Soon to bills will pop up. We have wrestling content. Click the links below. Maybe booking scenarios, grading of champions, grading of shows. But I appreciate it, guys. Really do. You guys already know what it is. It's OUNT.
Something happened this weekend, and I have been struggling with it since I retired. But this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously, it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.